Welcome to Learn English with Podcast, where mastering English becomes exciting. Let's start the podcast. Adjust your headphones, get comfortable, and let's dive into today's topic together.
Hey, welcome back. How are you doing today? I'm doing great. Super excited for this one because we're talking about something every English learner needs to hear.
Oh yes, the kind of stuff nobody tells you until it's too late. Common English mistakes.
Yep, and not just little grammar slips. We're talking about the kind of mistakes that make you sound less fluent, even when you're actually pretty good at English.
Exactly. And the good news is, once you know these mistakes, you can fix them pretty easily.
Totally. Okay, let's start with one I hear all the time. People saying he do or she go.
Oof, yes. It should be he does or she goes, because when you use he, she, or it, you need to add s or es to the verb.
Right. I think learners just get used to the base verb, like do, go, eat, and forget the special rule for third person.
Exactly. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference in how fluent you sound.
Okay, here's another one that's super common, saying I am agree.
Ah, yes. The correct way is just I agree. Agree is a verb, not an adjective. You don't need am in front of it.
But I totally get the confusion because we say things like I am happy or I am tired, so people think it's the same.
Exactly. But agree is an action, not a state, so it stands on its own.
Here's a pronunciation one that always comes up, saying comfortable as comfortable.
Haha, yeah. It looks that way when you read it, but native speakers usually pronounce it more like comfortable.
Right. It kind of gets squished together, and that's okay. English does that a lot in fast speech.
That's true. Pronunciation in English is wild sometimes, like Wednesday, spelled like W-E-D, Neste, but we say Wednesday.
English really said, let's confuse everybody. Okay, vocabulary mistake time. I've heard people say I'm boring when they mean I'm bored.
Oh yeah, that one can lead to some very awkward conversations.
Right? I'm boring means you make other people bored, but I'm bored means you feel bored.
Big difference. One is a feeling, the other is kind of a confession you might not want to make.
Yeah, unless you're trying to insult yourself. Here's another one, saying more better.
Oh yes, that's a double comparative. You only need one, either better or more, not both.
So not more better, just better. Like, this coffee is better than yesterday's.
Simple, clean, and correct.
What about prepositions, like saying married with instead of married to?
Ah, classic one. It's married to someone, like she's married to a doctor, not with.
And same with listen. You don't say listen music, you say listen to music.
Yep, prepositions are tricky in English because there's no clear rule. You just have to learn the phrase.
That's why listening and reading a lot helps. You pick up these patterns naturally.
Totally agree. Here's another one. People saying, I have 25 years.
Oh, yes. In English, you don't say that. You say, I am 25 years old.
That's probably influenced by other languages where they say, I have X years.
Exactly, like Spanish or French, so it makes sense, but in English, we use am for age. Here's a tiny one that makes a huge impact, dropping the subject, like just saying, is raining.
Right, we need the subject it, so it should be, it is raining.
Even though in some languages you can skip the subject, in English it has to be there.
Grammar matters, but fluency comes from consistency, not perfection.
Yes, and making mistakes is okay. Every fluent speaker used to make the same mistakes.
What matters is catching them and improving step by step.
Exactly. Like if you realize you've been saying advices, now you can switch to just advice.
Oh, good one. Advice is uncountable, so no S. You say some advice, not many advices.
Same with informations, which is wrong. Just some information.
It's wild how many of these little rules there are, right?
So many, but you don't need to memorize them all at once.
Just notice and practice.
Right. Listen more, speak more, and don't be afraid to sound wrong sometimes.
Because sounding wrong now is how you sound fluent later.
Exactly, and you've got this. You know what else people struggle with? Articles, like an, and the. Oh, yes, that tiny little word causes so much confusion. People often say, I saw cat instead of I saw a cat. Or they say, I have the idea when they really mean I have an idea. Right, the is for something specific that both the speaker and listener know about, like the book you gave me. But if it's not specific, just any book, then it's a book. And the same goes with an before words that start with vowel sounds, like an apple, an idea, an hour.
Oh yeah, I love that example. An hour. Even though H is a consonant, the sound is a vowel sound.
Exactly. It's not about the spelling, it's about the pronunciation. That's what trips people up. Speaking of pronunciation, how about the confusion between live and leave?
Oh, totally. Live like I live in Canada, and leave like I'm going to leave the house.
One tiny vowel sound, totally different meaning. And then there's think and thing. I've heard people say, I have to thing about it.
Haha, yeah, it's think with that th sound. Gotta get that tongue out just a little.
Honestly, pronunciation is all about training your mouth. It's like working out for your face.
Haha, yes, facial yoga, but for English fluency.
Let's throw in a few more quick ones, like people saying too much people.
Oh yeah, that's incorrect because people is plural, so it should be too many people.
Exactly. Much is for uncountable nouns, like too much water, too much traffic.
And many is for countable things, like too many emails, too many shoes.
I wish I had too many shoes.
I already do. Trust me, not fun when you're trying to pack for a trip.
Okay, let's do one more. Past tense mistakes, like yesterday I go to the store.
Classic one. It should be yesterday I went to the store.
Right. Past tense verbs are tricky because some are regular and some are totally irregular.
Like walk becomes walked. Easy. But go becomes went? Makes no sense.
Yeah, English be like, surprise!
Honestly, if English were a person, it would be that one unpredictable friend who always changes plans last minute.
Haha, exactly. But that's why we love it.
And that's also why learners need to be kind to themselves.
Because the goal isn't perfection, it's communication.
Yes, and if people understand you, that means your English is already working.
Don't let small mistakes stop you from using the language.
Fluency is about flow, not flawless grammar.
Exactly. Just keep speaking, keep listening, keep enjoying the process.
It's like dancing. You might step on toes, but if you keep moving, you'll get better.
Ooh, I like that. English is a dance, and everyone has their own rhythm.
And sometimes your rhythm is messy, and that's okay. That's still music.
Oof, that's deep. We should put that on a t-shirt.
Haha, I'd wear it. My English is messy, but musical.
Yes, someone out there is going to relate hard to that one.
And honestly, if you're still listening right now, it means you care. And that's already half the battle.
You're putting in the time, you're learning, and you're growing with every episode.
You're doing way better than you think.
We've made these mistakes too, trust us. That's how we got here.
And the cool part is, your mistakes are part of your story, part of your learning journey.
They make your English real, human, honest.
Not like a robot who memorized a textbook.
Exactly. You're not learning English just to pass a test. You're learning it to live in it.
To connect, to express yourself, to make friends, to share your ideas.
And every time you catch a mistake, don't get discouraged. Celebrate it. It means you're leveling up.
You're noticing more, and noticing is step 1 to mastering anything.
You got this. You're on the right path.
Keep walking it, one sentence at a time.
And don't rush it. The best things in life take time.
Just like learning a language.
And we're here with you for the journey.
Every step, every mistake, every breakthrough.
We're learning right alongside you.
Because language is connection, and connection is what we're all here for.
And the beautiful part? You're not alone in this. Nope, you've got us and a whole global community of learners out there. Seriously, there are people in Brazil, in Egypt, in Vietnam, in Poland, all working on their English right now.
Isn't that wild? One language connecting millions of people around the world.
Yeah, and it's not just about speaking English perfectly, it's about understanding different cultures, different lives, different hearts.
Oof, that gave me chills.
Me too, because English isn't just a language, it's a bridge.
A bridge that lets you walk into someone else's story.
And tell your story too, in your voice, in your words, in your way.
Even if your grammar isn't perfect.
Even if your accent is strong.
Even if you pause a lot or search for words.
That's okay. That's part of being a learner, part of being brave.
And honestly, native speakers pause all the time too.
Yeah, we say like, constantly.
Fluency isn't about speed, it's about confidence.
It's about owning your words, even if they're simple.
Sometimes simple is powerful.
A clear "I understand" can mean more than a complicated sentence.
And a heartfelt thank you in any accent will always be beautiful.
Always, because kindness is the real universal language.
Wow, that's true. And it starts with being kind to yourself, too.
Yes, stop being so hard on yourself.
You're learning a new language. That's huge.
And if you ever feel stuck, just remember, every expert was once a beginner.
Exactly. Every fluent speaker once struggled with the word comfortable.
Yes, or said he go instead of he goes.
Or pronounced vegetable like vegetable.
I still mess that up sometimes when I'm tired.
Same, and that's okay. We laugh, we learn, we keep going.
That's the key. Keep going. Don't stop just because it's hard.
Hard is where the magic happens.
And where the growth lives.
So if you're having a tough day with English, take a breath.
Remind yourself how far you've come. You're not at zero. You've already climbed so many steps.
And we're right here, cheering for you.
Every time you try, every time you speak, every time you listen.
We're celebrating with you.
Because this journey isn't just about reaching a goal.
It's about becoming the kind of person who keeps showing up.
Who doesn't quit when it gets messy.
Who finds joy in the progress, not just the result.
And who knows that fluency is not a finish line.
It's a lifelong dance.
A rhythm that grows with you.
That adapts to your life, your thoughts, your dreams.
And right now, in this moment, you're doing it.
You're living in English.
You're thinking in English.
You're connecting with us, right here, right now.
And that's beautiful.
Truly.